Alright, so hey guys, and welcome to another reaction to. God damn it, wait, sorry. Welcome to another reaction to Death Battle, and this time I'm going to be reacting to Saitama versus Popeye. I just think this is going to be a very, hilarious, probably an awesome epic, and probably very hilarious. It's epic that Saitama's gonna be in that Saitama's gonna be in an episode of Death Battle, and it's just funny that Popeye is like Popeye's the one that he's fighting. Okay, this is gonna be hilarious. But in terms of who I want to win, I kind of want to say Saitama for who I want to win, but who I think is gonna win, I don't know. So I'll just watch the analysis first, and then we'll see from there. All right, let's go.
Saitama, the one punch.
One punch.
Popeye, the Sailor Man.
East versus
Popeye the
West.
Sailor
Old
Man
versus new.
Healthy eating versus basic exercise.
These two warriors may seem ridiculous, but their unassuming exteriors belie impossible strength.
All right.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills
Let's see.
to find out who would win a death battle.
All right. First up, Saitama.
Life is pain. Brutal and short.
Yep.
The challenges we face during our brief sojourn on this tiny blue marble are what make us human.
Yeah.
They light a fire in our soul. They make it all worth something. Without them, we are lost.
Yeah, it's a little early in the day for
Gumball.
an existential crisis, but luckily I came prepared.
That's
For
really
this
funny.
failed salaryman, all it took to get that fiery passion back was to save this butt-chin child from a crab monster in underwear.
Ha!
That was a sentence.
I remember
This
that.
man was Saitama, and he was going to be a superhero.
And so he trained, pushing his
Yeah.
body beyond its limits and shattering the boundaries of humanity.
So hard, his friggin' hair fell out.
Oh,
Saitama's
yeah.
strength grew
Yep.
exponentially day by day, with the goal of becoming the greatest hero who ever lived.
And much to his horror, that's exactly what he got.
All it took was
Aw.
one punch.
True.
He became too strong. He became the one, the only, the infamous Caped Baldy.
Yeah,
Anybody
yeah.
Cool knows
Yes,
of
he
his
did.
One Punch Man. As in, he can't help but beat almost every opponent he's faced in exactly one punch. One friggin' punch.
Yeah.
And this is a universe with some pretty whacked out
He is
monsters.
pretty powerful.
Like a giant who's over a quarter of a kilometer tall and can stomp city-sized craters into the earth.
Or an Esper who can effortlessly pull giant
Tatsumaki.
meteors from outer space.
Or a Monster King who shaved off a continent from the Earth's surface and lifted it into the stratosphere. And Saitama's never even broken so much as a sweat fighting any of them.
During their battle, that same Monster King absorbed this huge chunk of the Earth's core and fired it at Saitama.
Who blocked it by squirt gunning some lava at it.
Ha!
The lava he was bathing in, naked.
Ha!
And then he punched
Naked.
him. Surprise.
Saitama's created after images
Yeah.
just by hopping side to side.
Serious
Defeated a
sideways
martial
jumps.
arts master with his butt. And
Yeah.
survived the inhospitable vacuum of space after being
I
kicked
love
all
that
the way
fight.
to the moon and before jumping back to Earth in about 16 seconds. That's 8% the speed of light.
That'll
Okay,
make
that's
the
pretty
time he
fast.
blocked
That's pretty
attacks
fast.
from this alien dude who stated to move near light speed or punch so fast his fist starts to blue shift. You know, that thing that happens when you approach the speed of light?
Saitama
Oh.
utilizes his absurdly superhuman strength and speed with techniques like his devastating normal punch.
Yep.
And if
Normal
he wants
punch.
to amp it up, the consecutive normal punches.
Are you kidding me? Those are his attack
hilarious.
names?
Attack
What kind of
names.
self-respecting anime protagonist is he?
Plain and simple, he's a satire of one. Instead
Serious
of seeing
punch.
his journey from the beginning and enjoying his struggle to the top, we
Serious
join him when
mode.
he's already
Serious
there.
sideways jump.
Basically, imagine if Goku went Super Saiyan in his fight against Jackie Chun. Kinda sucks all the drama out of it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
And
it
that's
does.
the point. Far from the power fantasy the genre is known for, Saitama's life became an existential nightmare. Without suitable conflict, the struggle that had heretofore defined him became meaningless. His new reality was inescapably boring.
Which is really saying something when he can decimate mountains without even hitting them, or shatter asteroids that rank a 9 on the Torino scale. For those not in the Torino, that's equal to 1 trillion tons of TNT.
Oh,
this guy's training
pretty
must have been
impressive.
insane.
That would be 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run every single day.
Yeah.
And that's it.
You've got to be shitting me.
It doesn't make sense because it's not allowed to make sense. To be fair, though, to someone who isn't already a trained soldier or athlete, keeping that workout routine every day for years...
Yeah, that is really hard, doing that
100 push-ups and
workout.
sit-ups are technically doable, especially if you space them out. Doing 100 squats and then running half a marathon every single day would absolutely destroy your leg.
Put simply, effective workouts involve shredding muscle fibers at the micro level, then allowing them time to repair themselves, more durable than before. This
is good
process
information.
Requires hydration, consuming protein and carbohydrates, and lots of sleep.
But Saitama's workout schedule doesn't give them time to repair, which means he was basically just ripping himself to shreds over and over and over. After a few days, he shouldn't even have been able to move, but he just kept going.
There might be an explanation. Take the brilliant scientist Dr. Genus, whose half-century of research into evolution Saitama erased in, well, one punch. According to Genus' hypothesis, Saitama's training broke his limiter.
Basically, every living thing on Earth has a limit to their natural abilities. At some point, no matter how badass they are, they'll plateau. Wait a minute. Have I peaked? I gotta go to the gym!
Well, Saitama trained so hard, he literally defied the laws of nature and reality. He just breaks the logic of his world. He crushed the entire field of evolutionary biology in the palm of his hand.
And while he has stated that his strength did eventually stop growing, it's pretty clear he's never gotten close to showing it off in full.
Such as when he fought the godlike alien conqueror Lord Boros, and finally broke out his series.
Yeah, serious punch.
A blow where he punches a little harder than normal.
It reflected Boros' collapsing star-roaring cannon. Now you see, that's an attack name. An energy blast that was going to blow up the friggin' planet. That's over 50 zenitons of TNT. Like a quadrillion of the world's strongest nukes going off at once.
Despite his obvious and overwhelming power, Saitama's accomplishments were never officially recognized. As if no one in their right minds could believe a psych ward Charlie Brown could save the world.
He doesn't seem to mind. Almost as if being removed from anything resembling conflict gave him a perspective on how tropey and contrived his world is. Only Saitama's the only one in on the joke, because who cares about how far up their own ass a supervillain is, when you can just chill at home with your buds and play video games?
Maybe that was the real lesson all along. Not to value our lives based on our accomplishments, but on the time we spend living and enjoying life's simple pleasures.
I'll leave that to Saitama, and I can't think of anything more pleasurable than punching so hard my name becomes a byword for literally unbeatable. The dude is the undisputed king of broken anime characters, because until Saitama finds his equal, he's gonna end all his fights in one punch!
Alright, Popeye, let's see what you got.
Popeye the Sailor Man, hero, adventurer, sailor, man.
Oh, 2 against 1, huh? How do you like that?
Man, he sounds like he smokes a pack of Marlboro Factories every day. And if you ever wanted to know what angry cat sex sounds like, he can sing.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
How exactly do you know? Never mind. Popeye's origins are
discuss
born
that.
to the cruelly named Poop Deck Pappy. Popeye was, immediately upon birth, horrifically ugly. So ugly, his father fled in embarrassment of his spawn and never returned.
So
that's a really sad story. I didn't know that.
Pop in his eye, especially after discovering his higher calling, beating the snot out of people.
Don't worry, Popeye's fists are righteous, only spilling the snot of those who deserve it. Inspired by his adopted father, Whaler Joe, Popeye set out to put his combat prowess to the test and join the Navy, becoming a true sailor man.
It was there he learned the sweet science of boxing and to battle against World War II-era racial stereotypes. I'm being non-specific, not just for sensitivity, but because there are so many examples.
Originating in the era of rubber hose animation, Popeye's body is essentially made of, well, rubber, able to stretch, twist, squish, and squash any way he likes.
Or rev up his arm for a punch that'll knock you around the planet.
Popeye's punches are fascinating, since they can disincorporate their targets into composite
Basically
elements,
Luffy.
like turning anchors into fishhooks, an alligator into handbags,
Okay.
and several Native Americans. I don't even want to
I
know.
think the reason's pretty simple, Wiz. He's a cartoon. He can basically do whatever he wants.
I don't know.
He can
I don't want to
shoot
know.
fire from his corncob pipe, pull a canyon closed, punch bolts of lightning out of the air, and even give the sun a black eye.
Judging
Wait,
by the
what?
distance the sun is from the Earth, as well as the time it took for the high striker puck to reach it, the puck must have been moving at 500 times the speed of light. In
Oh
order to
my
generate
God.
that force, Popeye must have swung his fist just as fast. Hell, he's even shadowboxed so fast, he somehow occupied 2 places at once and hit himself.
So, was he just born
I think that
this
was faster
way?
than
Is being
Saitama.
ugly the secret to pulling insane bullshit superpowers out of your ass? Because if so, you might want to get on that, buddy.
No. The secret to Popeye's immense physical strength is
Yep.
simply the virtue
Spinach.
of nutrition.
I knew you'd find a way to make it lame.
Specifically, Popeye has spent his life consuming a miracle herb that has turned him from a mere sailor into a veritable god. Spinach.
Oh.
Propaganda straight from the bean counters at Big Vegetable. You'll never get me to eat my greens, damn you! It's only animal flesh and grain alcohol for me!
Ha.
Originating in Persia, Spinachia oleracea is a leafy green nutrient and antioxidant-rich vegetable that can help prevent cancer and reduce blood pressure.
And
All right,
apparently
okay,
imbue your
okay.
biceps with the power of God and anime.
While a
Ha.
normal can of spinach contains about 44 calories,
Oh,
when used
Family
in
Guy.
Popeye's
Oh.
world, its effects are multiplied. Not only does it immediately increase Popeye's already impressive strength and speed even further, it makes him virtually impervious
Oh.
to harm.
It lets him fly, turn invisible, shapeshift his body into literally anything, and even survive the universe getting turned off.
Wait, what?
That's right. This big whatever the hell that thing is apparently God, and he turned off reality in order to kill Popeye and his friends. Because why not? Except guess what? Popeye was fine. Why? Because he eats his spinach.
Me
I wonder
spinach.
what its nutritional content is like. Well, let's find out with math.
No!
A single can of spinach in Popeye's world was once able to grow a beanstalk so tall it reached into outer space, all the way to a
Whoa.
nearby solar system, and shattered this stylized yellow star. By measuring the volume of this
they're
spinach
actually
stalk
calculating
and including
the
the caloric
spinach.
density of regular spinach, we can calculate one single can of Popeye's spinach contains over 46 undecillion calories.
Ooh.
That's over 700 octillion times greater than the total calories the average person will
Oh,
consume over their
I don't wanna
entire
watch-
life.
That's over
A person
46
eat. I only wanna
million
watch
Yoda
my
tons
own-
of
my own-
TNT.
myself
Enough to destroy, well,
eating.
a star. Or enough to punch your annoying neighbor so hard that when they land, they tilt the Earth.
Oh.
By measuring the angle of the planet after tilting, we can determine its axis was adjusted by about 13 degrees in less than a second.
Oh
That's
my
a speed of about
God.
1.8 million meters per second.
I wonder, is that enough to power a rocket ship so fast
Oh,
it
his
travels
feet.
backwards in time? Yeah, because that happened. I only know of one type of herb that'll take you through
Son of
time. Whatever
black
kind
eye.
of spinach it is, it sure ain't normal.
Universe-
Not true.
universal-
Popeye doesn't consume some special
Two places
magical
simultaneously.
spinach. Any
Hmm.
kind will do, even if it's handed to him by the audience in the real
Oh.
world watching his cartoon.
He can summon cans to his side by whistling for them, praying to gods, painting them into reality, or just waving his hand. The dude has literally been disintegrated into nothingness. Then his
Whoa.
nothingness grabbed a spinach can out of nowhere and ate it. Nothing ate it. His nothing. And then he came back with his... I don't know.
He can even punch so hard he tears the film strip he's being animated on, or exit his cartoon to beat the shit out of his own anime.
What?
So Popeye's basically fought two different versions of God and whooped their asses.
Oh my
You know,
God.
he's a pretty chill broski, considering he's basically a spinach-eating Lovecraftian nightmare.
But he's always down for a scrap. So if you decide to antagonize him, be aware you're messing with one of cartoon's all-time heavyweight champions. And, for your own sake, eat your fucking vegetables.
Ha ha ha! Oh my God! That was cool. Oh my God! I think I'm gonna make my prediction in the next part.